What is your take on the International Criminal Court? Because most of those who have been convicted by the International Criminal Court are African leaders, and these African leaders claim that the International Criminal Court has been biased.
Thank you, Hassan. I think with regards to the ICC, I think rightfully so, Africans are supposed to be aggrieved. Because if one look at the number of African leaders that have actually been arraigned before that court, one will actually start thinking: is it only Africans that commit crimes against humanity on the continent or around the globe? We will understand that President Bashir was actually indicted sometime into which is an indictment on African political elites, so to speak. Again, the current president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, was actually accused of actually orchestrating the 2007-2008 riots that killed more than 1,000 people. But there are people, or there are politicians across the globe that have done far worse crimes, against their own people and against, people across, areas, in the world, and they have actually not been, arraigned before this particular court. So for me, from my personal take, I think, one really needs to really look at how one can, especially the African continent, and I think the EU should take a lead on this. That, how can we reform this particular institution? I think it's a very good institution, but how can we really reform it so that it can actually take on board, most of what, we actually want, the world, the world to look like, in the sense like, whoever and wherever commit that a crime is committed against humanity should be arraigned before this international court. Not just particular individuals, not just a particular continent that has been targeted. Again, safe to say that, okay, fine, it's not only African leaders. I know in Europe, most of the leaders in former Yugoslavia were actually arraigned before this particular court. But if one look at the percentage of the present, political elites, and military, people that have actually been arrested, and a far majority, belongs to, on the African continent. So